The static on the baby monitor wasn't unusual. Living in a house built in the late 1800s, unusual was the baseline. But at 3:14 a.m., the sound changed. It wasn't the rhythmic breathing of my 10-month-old Toby. It was a wet, sliding sound like a steak being dragged across a hardwood floor. I sat up, my heart hammering a frantic rhythm against my ribs. "Toby?" I whispered into the receiver. The sliding stopped. Then, a voice, thin, reedy, and sounding like wind whistling through a cracked tooth, came through the speaker. "Not yet," it hissed. "The marrow is still warm." I didn't think. I sprinted. I hit the hallway, the floorboards cold enough to sting my feet. I threw open the nursery door, my hand fumbling for the light switch. The bulb flickered and died, leaving the room bathed in the sickly gray glow of a street lamp outside. The crib was empty. The blankets were tossed aside, but there was no blood. No sign of a struggle. Just a single muddy handprint on the white railing, except the fingers were far too long, and there were 7 of them. Then I heard it, a soft rhythmic thump drag coming from inside the closet. "Give him back," I croaked, grabbing a heavy wooden bookend from the shelf. I reached for the closet handle, my fingers trembling so hard I could barely grip the brass. I yanked the door open. My wife Sarah was sitting on the floor of the closet. She was cradling Toby. He was fast asleep, his chest rising and falling peacefully. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. "Sarah, God, you scared me. Why are you in here?" She didn't look up. She just kept stroking Toby's forehead. "He was crying," she whispered. "I had to bring him in here. It's safer." "Safer?" "Sarah, let's just go back to bed." The monitor made this horrible noise. I thought, "I know," she interrupted. Her voice was flat. I heard it too. That's when I felt the cold realization sink into my gut. I looked down at Sarah's hands. She was wearing her engagement ring on her left hand. My wife had lost that ring in the garden 3 days ago. "Sarah," I whispered, stepping back. The woman holding my son finally looked up. Her eyes weren't brown. They were 2 pits of shimmering, oily black. She smiled, and her jaw unhinged further than any human bone should allow. "I told you," she hissed, the voice now identical to the one on the monitor. The marrow is still warm. From the hallway behind me, I heard the front door click open. "Honey," the real Sarah called out, her voice tired and muffled by her scarf. "Sorry I'm late, the shift ran over. Did Toby sleep okay?" The thing in the closet didn't blink. It just squeezed my son tighter and began to pull him back into the shadows of the floorboards.